something that strikes me as interesting. Even now, society still has an issue when it comes to trying to grasp autism. I've read a lot of stories where a lot of children who have autism have difficulties being accepted in school. And the school system doesn't even dedicate enough time to educate people about autism. They may pinch it as a catchphrase or something, but they don't dedicate their time to try to teach people and society about autism so they can, bring things together and make people who have autism feel like they belong there. So the thing about the video games, it's like, despite I know you hate the idea of it being escape, but the reality is it is indirect an escape because they don't have to deal with what they deal with in school, and that's the main issue. School, they have a hard time with belonging. They have a hard time with being understood. So they go to this another realm of virtual reality, which is video games. And they can socialize. I mean, they don't have to fully socialize like they do in real life. They can just type a text freely or talk a few words like they do in MMO games. So that's the beauty about companies such as Overworld. It's like to teach society how to be accepting to this whole thing. But what kind of methods would you do to teach society and to teach people to start learning more about autism so they can be more tolerant to it and more understanding to it?
Well, what we've got is we know that video games provide kids that are affected with autism an opportunity for joint attention and shared interest with peers. So it's bringing them together. So you have that community aspect that's delivered. Just jumping back to, it's just changing the vocabulary slightly, because one of the things, say, for example, with mental health, and that comes in place with anxiety that's built within autism, for example, is we never want to run away and use the exit strategy, of always removing yourself from a difficult situation. So if we have so many individuals using games as escapism, then we're not addressing the problem of why and what are they escaping from. And if they're trying to escape from something, then it's often fear.
True.
And why should we be frightened in any society, as it were? So games is bringing us, as we are right now, to open up dialogue and have a discussion. So we've then created what's like an incubation center. We nurture. We're able to do that. Nurture from people and individuals that are as young as 7, really, tends to be what we get overall, all the way up to where we employ. We have a lot of 16 to 24-year-olds very interested in the industry that come through and do work experience. They do supported internships. We've generated a Kickstart scheme, and we have apprentices at Overworld. Now, the incubation center enables self-worth, determined entrepreneurs that can grow and flourish. We link community. We enable them to build friendships and then create positive memories. So if we create positive memories, we don't have anything to escape from.
Yeah.
And without memories, why are we even here?
Exactly.
So basically, what you guys are doing is like you're giving them a helping hand. So when they face society, they're not being labeled or they're not being misunderstood. They're actually being accepted. So there's nothing to be afraid of.
Yeah, I mean, it's the thing that we also teach them, that it's society's problem if they don't agree with the way that they are. It's not their problem. If someone really doesn't like me,
too bad for them.
Exactly.
And there's plenty of people that would be queuing up with that aspect. But it's their problem. It's their problem. Like we've run a few things. We ran a project which was, Game Over for Sexism. And we were, many interesting conversations, especially with female gamers were coming through. And it was the same story. The same thing was reoccurring. But with some of the advice that we can do, because we're trying to build that therapeutic aspect to Overworld, that we give you the support network that's required. And it is getting individuals to understand that it is their problem if they really don't like you. It's
true.
their problem. They have a negative aspect on you.
Because it comes from a place of like self-confidence and self-love.
100%.
That I know who I am and I know myself and I'm confident with myself, you know? Like, as long as you're not hurting anyone, you know?
Peace, please.